You sound tired.
Alrighty. I am fucking tired. I've not gotten good sleep the last like 4 nights. I'm very tired. And then I have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not going to get into good night's sleep tonight either. So,
all right. So how about heavy metal?
Well, I can talk about the Armored Saint show. That's heavy metal.
Please.
Yeah.
Armored Saint.
Yeah. Well, just some, I just wanted to, I saw them at Tally Ho in Leesburg last week, and I saw them, they were coming there, and I missed them. They came there like less than a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago with Wasp. And I kind of wanted to go to that show because I do like some Wasp stuff and I like Armored Saint, but the tickets were outrageous for that show at Tally Ho. It was like $75 for a show at Tally Ho. I was like, I'm not paying that for a Tally Ho show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So I didn't go to that. And then I saw they were headlining this show. I was like, oh, how much are tickets? $30. Yes. So got tickets, got there early, saw the opening band who were very boring. They weren't bad. They were just like,
What was the name of the band?
I don't remember. It was like the Inner Outer or something like that. But they were, I don't know, they were trying to be kind of like Soundgarden-ish, but without Chris Cornell on vocals. So it was, I don't know.
Grunge is making a big comeback, I guess.
Is it?
I don't know. Seems like a pull, like a blast from the past to try to sound like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find their name right now.
Oh, good luck. I mean, it might be on Tally Ho's website. I don't know if they show former shows there. Like, if you look on the website, it'll tell you who played with them. But
Everclear's coming next week.
Oh, I saw that.
Ooh, wow.
Anyway, Armored Saint was great. They put on a really great show. At one point, John Bush came out into the audience, and he was standing like 2 feet from me. They played. Their set list was really good. A lot of good recent stuff, which was good to hear. Like, they played a couple songs off the most recent album. Was that Punching the Sky, or was that 2 albums ago? Anyway.
I think that's the most recent. Yeah.
Yeah, they played a couple songs off that. They played some old stuff. Most of the stuff I knew. It was like, because I don't listen to a lot of early Armored Saint. That stuff is pretty damn cheesy. But anyway, great show.
I don't listen to any.
Yeah.
I know.
If
you do, Keith or Tom.
I don't think so. They're not a very popular band.
I like them.
Yes, Tim likes them.
Yeah.
I think John Bush has one of the best voices of metal, period. So, anyway, the show was great. I leave the venue, and I brought my vinyl of Sound of White Noise with me just in case. I'm like, well, who knows? Maybe I'll have an opportunity for the band to sign it or something like, or at least John Bush to sign it. Obviously, I'm not gonna have the rest of the band sign an Anthrax album. And as I walk out, their bus is literally like, most of you have been to Tally Ho. You know, when you go to the parking garage and right there's like a little median right there between the two, entrance and exit. The bus was like right in the median. Their bus was right there. So I'm like, well, shit. They're going to have to come to their bus eventually, right? And there was like nobody waiting. And I was like, well, what the hell? I'll just see what happens, right? Eventually this woman comes out and she's like, oh, I know the band. Yeah, they're going to come out eventually if you want to hang out. So I'm like, all right.
Well, obviously, they're going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
They have to leave.
Yeah.
They have to leave. So I met the guitar player first, and then I actually missed the first guitar player. Must have come out really early because I totally missed him. But met one of the guitar players. He gave me a pick. I got a picture with him. And then Joey Vera came out, the bass player. So I ran up to him before he could jump on the bus, and I was like, hey, can I get a quick picture? So I got a picture with him, and then probably about 20 minutes later, John Bush came out, and he was super cool. Like, he was like, hey, let me get on the bus real quick and I'm going to throw a hoodie on real quick and I'll be right back out. And he came right back out. He chatted with me for like 5 minutes, and I talked to him about just not much, just told him it was a great show. And, I mentioned I had the Anthrax thing. He's like, oh yeah, let me see. He's like, oh, cool. So he's was like, "Where do you want me to sign this? Right here? Okay, cool." He was really cool though. It was nice. And then they were on their merry way. But yeah, it was awesome. Really good show. So
That's cool.
I found the opening band. Just sent you a link.
the odd even.
The odd even.
I was kind of close. Not really.
Yeah, you were.
They're not
There's
very
worse
good.
names than that. Yeah.
This might be I think this is the video that they said they were like, one of our videos on YouTube has almost 1 million views. I don't know what that's going to get us because we're still broke.
It's got 43,000.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Yeah, I hope he didn't say 1 million.
he's a bit off there.
Holy shit!
Maybe
Wow.
maybe they have another video that has almost 1 million views.
I did a Gore video that has 600,000 views on it. For back in
Yeah.
the day.
Nice. It's fitting.
You must be rich.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All the royalties
Yeah.
from YouTube that everyone gets.
oh my God. Yeah.
They're the best here.
So anyway,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the only video I see from them.
really okay. Well,
Yeah,
he was wrong then. He was lying.
can't wait to watch for maybe a minute later.
Yeah. No.
All right.
All right, well, welcome to Somewhere in Time Podcast, everybody. SomewhereInTimePodcast.com is where you find us online. You get to all of our goodies there, links to our social media, episodes are streaming there, links to our YouTube, where you can like and subscribe, and we get no money.
We have almost a million followers, I think,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
almost. If you guys sign up today,
or views.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
So I'm Eric. We've got Tim here.
Yes, I am here.
Joe is here.
Hello. I'm here.
Keith is here.
good evening.
And we are joined this episode by, once again, I think this is your third time on the podcast, correct? So joining us because we're talking about Guar, but we're going to also talk about Rollins. We're going to start with Rollins, actually. So say hello to Tom, everybody.
How's it going? I am Beavis and Butthead's long lost brother because they love Rollins and Guar, and somehow I don't know, we were separated at birth. So happy to be here and talk about it.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, man. So yeah, we're going to start with Rollins Band. The album is Wait, and we'll play a little bit of this to get going.
Much. Sometimes I'd rather be blind. All the things that they're saying and doing when they pass me by just fills me up with noise. It overloads me.
I'm going to get to the chorus because that's where it gets really good.
Stem out and unplug myself. I want nothing right now. I wanna pull it out. Yeah, I wanna pull it out. Yeah, I wanna break it all down. Hey, I wanna pull it out. Yeah, yeah. Disconnect myself. Disconnect myself. I wanna see it go down. Yeah, disconnect myself.
All right, so a little taste of what's to come. So this band is, can you guess the singer's name? Henry Rollins on vocals, Chris Haskett on guitar, Melvin Gibbs on bass, and Sim Kane on drums. And production, it is produced by Theo Van Rock, who looks to be their guy, because it looks like he did all their previous albums too. I don't know. I don't think he's done anything. Well, I'm sure he's done other stuff, but I didn't really see any other big credits for him when I went digging a little bit. So
Good name for a producer.
Theo Van Rock, yes.
Perfect.
And this is bass player Melvin Gibbs's first album.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Um,
nice.
Because he had the guy that played with two strings before. I forget his name.
Oh,
His name is Andrew Weiss. He was on the other albums. It completely changed the sound of the Rollins Band, in my opinion.
What, Melvin?
Yeah, Melvin did.
Yeah,
I
think
love
so
the
too.
bass playing on this album. It's so
I mean,
good.
they're both
Yeah.
they're both great. So this guy's really, really great.
Yeah.
Andrew was much more atmospheric, whereas this is Melvin is more like kind of in a groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool, like, I don't know, just
He's got
different
I'd
four
say-
wall
I'd
going
say
on.
This album starts off with him. I love that lick that just gets the thing
Yeah, he's
going.
more the riff guy on this album, and the guitar player's kind of just he's doing more the I don't know layering it, I guess, kind of Like
yeah,
playing
it's almost
around
like he's
the
more the
bass line.
atmospheric guy. Like the guitar player this
Yeah.
time is,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love this album. It's great, and I think this was the first album that I think, Joe, did you get the End of Silence before that? Because I feel like you listened. to
Yeah, I
them
had that before.
I did.
I didn't listen to it a whole lot. It wasn't until I got this album that I really got into Rollins Band.
Yeah, that was the same. And I think we both got into them. I mean, it was before that Liar blew up that we were into them.
Yeah.
That wasn't like our introduction. We knew about them before then. I think we had this album before that video came out. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore this one out
Oh yeah.
when it came out on tape.
Big time. Yeah.
This was a big thing on MTV. So of course the way I got introduced to Rollins was Liar, and also Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And then I went out and bought it, loved the entire album, and then I went out and I bought all of this other stuff because I was like, this guy, this is some really good music. And so but my introduction to Henry Rollins was this album. And I was in high school. I was probably 15 years old, and I went back, got all of his other stuff, and then have since gotten almost everything that he's put out past that.
Yeah, the thing with Rollins, I was never a Black Flag fan. I didn't listen to punk much at all, so I didn't really know anything about him being in Black Flag at all, really, when I heard Rollins Band. Like, I had no idea the history of him. Like, I found out pretty quickly, but I don't know. Keith is our resident punk rock guy, so
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to admit it's kind of the same thing. Like, I didn't get into punk until like my junior year of high school, so I heard of Rollins Band before I knew that he was in Black Flag. When I finally heard Black Flag, I fell in love with all of their other vocalists and thought Henry Rollins was not as good as all of their other vocalists.
I hear that. I mean, that seems to be a popular opinion. Like, I don't know if that's the general, like the more popular opinion that Rollins was the, lesser of the vocalists that they had. But it seems like I've heard that a few times more recently.
I might be going out on a limb here a little, but to me, he's not a very good singer.
That's one thing I want to talk about in this. I mean, let's face it. In this album, he's not singing. He's not rapping. What is he?
Well,
He talks and
exactly.
he talks and screams.
He
right?
talks and yells. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Liar.
I got into Black Flag after just going back and figuring out Rollins and all that stuff, and I thought and I got to see Rollins live. He's an excellent front man. Like Rollins bands, just like Black Flag, is something you got to see live. I mean, you can of course really love the music as well, but live, it's just I'm not anymore, of course. But when he was younger, he was practically bananas. And it was like part singing, part circus act, part just like, what is he going to come out in the audience and kill us all? Like it was really intense to watch him. I remember the first time I saw him, he came out and it was at 930 Club, and before even the music starts, he's screaming, not into the microphone, he's just screaming at everybody, and then he starts hitting himself in his shirtless chest. And he's already covered in sweat, and he's just screaming. And I'm like, yes! as a teenager full of testosterone, I'm like, yes!
That was his look. It was like the gray shorts, no shoes, shirtless. Like every concert footage you see of him, it's like
shorts.
that's his look.
Yeah, no shoes. Always no shoes.
No shoes. Yeah, they gotta
barefoot.
Yeah,
no shoes.
Yeah.
And then as far as the difference between him and the other Black Flag singers, Henry Rollins, I think he just kind of went for it harder, but as far as like, singing a note or holding a key or whatever, I don't think that's really his thing, or that wasn't his thing.
Well, I mean, you got to go back before that though, because the first, he came out of the DC scene. One of Discord's first, releases was State of Alert. His band. He used to be he and Ian MacKaye both worked at Haagen-Dazs there on M Street. Scooping ice cream out for kids when they were in high school. But one way or another, with State of Alert, I mean, I've got their first 7-inch because I have to, being in the DC region and being into punk rock, and I mean, flat out that is base level thrash punk. It's relatively faster than a lot of other things were in the late 70s, early 80s, but. Again, who the hell was singing in a punk band at that point? So he's just flat out yelling.
I was going to say.
Eventually how, it came out that, that he could go audition for, that's the whole thing. I know the damn story. The audition he did for, it wasn't even necessarily an audition. It's just like, he, heard that there was an opening for the, because they... Getting along with Greg Ginn apparently isn't the easiest thing to do. So
how many singers did they have? I didn't know there were so many.
5 or 6. It's just a lot of them. Flat out. The guitar, Bukowski. I think he played guitar, and then eventually, Keith Morris was, I think, their first one. Keith Morris, the lead singer of Circle Jerks, when they started, and he went and formed the Circle Jerks after he quit. Or was possibly fired from Black Flag. It's another one of those things. In the punk bands, the person that leaves the band says they quit, and the people that stay in the band always, of course, say they were fired. But so Keith Morris was, I think, the first guy. Bukowski was another guy. There's a Hispanic guy. We're talking about Rollins Band, not Black Flag, but one way or another, there were a whole ton of them. And then Rollins, of course, was the last one. It's definitely, if you really get into Black Flag, I mean, flat out, Greg Ginn is a talented motherfucking guitar player, but he definitely did not subscribe to the basic, nonsensical 3-chord bullshit that virtually every other punk band and every band I've ever been in did. He actually tried to kind of toss a little musicianship into stuff. So that's what really separated Black Flag, I think, from a lot of the other bands doing just the quick, fastest crap, nailing.
Well, I do know that. So, like Greg and Henry didn't get along, and Greg said he was quitting the band, and Henry was like, "Well, it's your band, so I guess it's over." And then he started Henrietta Pollins and the Wife Beating Child Haters. That name didn't last.
Nice.
And then he did the Rollins Band with some folks. And the guitar player Haskett, I think, they'd wanted to form a band for a long time, and so that's how the Rollins Bands, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, that's how it got started. Yeah. And I think this was their 3rd album, or I think it was their 4th. This was their 4th album. Wait, correct?
I think it's the 4th.
I'm not sure.
Because I think there were 2, but then there was also a live album as well.
Yeah, it is the 4th.
So technically, it's like their 4th.
Yep, it's the 4th.
Yeah.
We want to talk about album cover.
Sure.
There's not much to it. Just take pretty really quick, right? You got a feather, and that's pretty much it.
Have you ever seen what is it? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
No.
What?
I guess no one's getting that joke, but when you drop a feather or any other thing.
Oh yeah.
It's they discover the basic rules
of gravity,
laws of physics, throughout as the movie goes along. But I think the weight thing is a reference to kind of
in a vacuum. It drops the same as a bowling ball, right?
Yes.
Man, that's heavy, man.
Got some weight to it.
Well, I mean, that's really dumb. Actually, it sucks.
But let's actually. There's one thing about Rollins himself, and I think the dude is a smart motherfucker. I mean, he is definitely not your typical like. All right, this next song is about doing it. You know, he really has insightful, kind of structure. I mean, let's face it. Sure, there's Black Flag's like TV Party. They're not exactly the War and Peace of punk songs,
right.
but a lot of the stuff here on this, I didn't get into the lyrics as much as I wanted to because he has a whole hell of a lot to say on a whole. I mean, it's another thing. If you watch interviews with him, it's hilarious because person will start like ask him a question, and then he just starts talking, and he doesn't really stop. He just kind of.
Well, he had a show in DC a few months ago that I went and saw, and it was not music. It was him speaking.
Spoken word.
And it's like his version of stand up or spoken word, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you're right. When he starts going, he speaks very, very quickly, and he can't seem to stop. And then I sprung the extra couple bucks for the meet and greet, and
oh, nice.
He took questions from the people who popped for the meet and greet. So it's like like 10 of us there, and we're talking to him. So it's a lot more personal. And we all wrote questions for him on a pad, and then I guess he picked which questions he was going to answer, or his assistant did. And yeah, the meet and greet was just almost as long as the actual show itself. And I'm almost convinced that he actually wrote all those questions himself. because like this one's interesting. What books are you reading and why? Oh, let me tell you. I was like, he wrote that question. I know it. And so
you're talking to all the other meet and greet people. They're like, all the other meet and greet people are like, I didn't write that question. Like, no one has been. I didn't write that question.
No, he wanted to talk about it, so I think he wrote it. Yeah. So, but anyway, but the speaking engagement was good, and from seeing him in concert, it made me nostalgic. I wish I could have seen 35-year-old Henry Rollins beating his chest and blah blah blah. But now we're both older, more mature, so it was fun to watch him and get his point of view on everything that's going on.
Yeah, I never got to see them live, which sucks. I did. Yeah. I would have loved to see them live, but never got the chance. They played a couple. I think they played Lollapalooza.
You played the first Lollapalooza, yeah.
Yeah, I think they played Woodstock too. Pretty sure.
They played Woodstock.
Yeah. 94, yeah.
The bad one?
No, 94 was good.
Well, the first one, none of them were arranged well enough. They
but they didn't light shit on fire. The 94 one.
The one that didn't turn into a rape fest and burning the entire structure down. Yeah,
that was the 99 one. Yeah,
that was 99.
Yeah.
All right, rap rock.
Not good. Yeah. Fred Durst. You can blame him.
I think you can blame the promoters.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that was a shit
show. It's like $4 bottles of water or some shit. You couldn't bring your own in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nowhere to sleep. It was like the fairgrounds were just disgusting. There was shit pouring out of everywhere because they didn't.
The mud people that.
Oh yeah.
Realized, swimming in
mud?
everyone's feces.
It's mud pie.
So gross. God.
Anyway, getting back to this album.
Back to Henry Rollins.
So we should probably talk about what's that?
How did Theo Van Rock in the mixing? I guess he had a bunch of other mixers.
Yeah, production.
But production, very good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I mean, everything you can hear everything really well. I mean, it's like I said earlier, the bass is great on this album, and you can hear it really well. Like it comes through really well.
The percussion, the drums and the bass, like that's a big reason to listen to Rollins is the drums and bass.
Yep. Yeah, I like the bass tone too. Like he does a lot of cool stuff with the bass. He adds some distortion to it. He does some wah stuff. Like he's got a lot going on. The guitar tone's fine. Like I think it fits the band. I don't like it. Didn't bother me. I would go for something heavier myself, but
you were.
It fits the band though. It's not like they need to be like, and Justice for All thrash metal Metallica riffs. That doesn't fit. So
It's not Game Over Nuclear Assault levels of
No,
guitar
no,
sound.
no.
I did notice I was doing a little bit of reading about the bass player, and he actually was in a band with Vernon Reid in the early '80s from Vernon Reid from Living Colour.
Oh, that was before this. Okay, I wasn't. I didn't look into.
Okay.
I thought it was like a afterwards thing.
And that was before they got into their metal bands.
Yeah, I listened to about 40 seconds of that clip you sent.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No, Keith might like it.
Probably. Do you know this band? Did you see that band I sent?
I
It's,
did not.
the Ronald Shannon Jackson band, I guess, or in the Decoders or something like that. You might like it, Keith.
I did not get a chance to listen to it
I mean,
because
the bass playing is incredible. I was like, I could never do that, but I don't want to hear it anymore.
We should probably talk about this video for Liar. I mean, I know we're going to get in the tracks eventually, but that kind of just blew up.
Yeah, I'll send you. There was an interview with him on Headbangers Ball, and of course Ricky Rockman is interviewing. Ricky Rockman, that's like complete moron next to super smart guy, and it's very apparent. It's just one of the best examples of like, here's a complete idiot.
Do you have the audio for this?
Yeah. So I'll send it to you. I have it.
why don't we play something from that interview?
Here.
I guess you don't have anything queued.
No, I do. I sent it to you.
Play it right now.
But he's talking about Liar, and of course Ricky Rockman's like, "This is about a guy, right? This is about a dude." And Rollins is like, "It's about a liar. It could be anybody. There's no gender assigned to this."
Are you writing this about me? You wrote it about me, right?
Such an idiot.
Well, while you guys are queuing that up, I will say that the Rollins has talked about the inspiration for his songs and who he's singing to, and a lot of the time he is actually writing about himself. And there's a lot of songs on Wait where you'll hear him singing, and I'm pretty sure he's just singing as if he's singing to himself, like listening to himself.
But there's a lot of self-empowerment in these lyrics. It's a lot of like, just get up and get this shit done. Let's go. Let's get this done. Let's don't sit on your ass. So maybe
I can see Disconnect
channeling.
being exactly how he felt.
Like if they gave Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket a microphone.
Yeah.
All right, here's this.
The guy in Liar, was this a little bit of you, or are you talking about other guys, or are all men? I mean, men, we've all been this guy once in a while.
Everybody's been that. Everybody's been that every once in a while. It's not a song. The person in the song isn't necessarily a guy. It is in the video version, and since a guy's singing it, okay, well, but everyone has manipulated someone else to get to the desired end point, Everyone has, guys, girls, and everyone has been manipulated, and everyone has felt very lonely and open to being pulled around and convinced and lied to. So guys do it to girls, girls do it to guys. It happens all the way around. So it's not about a guy doing a thing to a girl. It's about what people do to each other.
He's right.
Yeah, I mean,
Presidents do that.
Yeah.
all politicians do that.
Yeah.
Guys do it to guys. Girls do it to girls.
Yeah. Goes with the girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a love relationship in the lyrics if you
No.
think about it.
No, it could be.
I think that's what everyone defaults to. But
Yeah.
so what was with the video? I don't remember the video. I know it was on a lot, but I don't. Didn't
It was
Didn't
pretty
he-
straightforward.
I loved it.
didn't he dress up as a devil in it or something?
Yeah,
He's all kinds of
I
stuff.
think it was
Yeah.
a
He's like a
policeman.
superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all kinds
That's
of stuff.
right. Okay, it was on a stage, right? Like a play kind of
He's
thing.
No, he at one point he was
No,
dressed as a cop. One time he was dressed as a nun. He's running back and forth between heaven and hell. It's a wild video. As a matter of fact, I remember Dr. Dre was hosting his own hour of his favorite videos, and it was mostly rap. And he's like, "And this is my favorite video." I was like, "I don't know this guy, but he's awesome." And it was his favorite video was Liar. Dr. Dre's favorite video on that was Liar, just because
Oh my
he
God.
told a story and he just liked it.
Well, I think that opened up the audience quite a bit. I mean, we said earlier, like, he doesn't really sing. I mean, the song itself, Liar, is just more, telling a story. and talking about a character and how I'm always gonna lie. So I mean, I think it's relatable, and I'm sure a lot of different people from a lot of different genres of music appreciated it, just because it's a really unique song when you think about it. Like, how many songs have written like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was smart too that he surrounded himself with really good musicians. I think he kind of recognized his limitations, and he's like, if I get a bunch of really good musicians, there's, we can take this pretty far. So
yeah, a lot. I had I was listening to it today, and I thought it was very Rage Against the Machine musically a little bit, but the bass on this is actually, I think, better because he's as good as Tim Comerford is. Like, he kind of just does the same thing throughout the song. Melvin, he's doing fills and all sorts of cool stuff. So but it's still to give me that kind of that vibe. And I guess they're LA groups. They're probably in the same circle somewhat. Tool.
Yeah, it feels like it falls in that
whole
scene.
like them Rage and Tool all feel kind of like that.
They can all tour together easily. Yeah.
So, well, should we get into the tracks? Anyone have anything else before we move on to these tracks here?
Well, does anybody know? His real name is Henry Garfield.
No,
where did Rollins come from?
I just read that. Yeah. Oh. I didn't know.
Rollins is one of his favorite writers, I think.
And the wrestler Seth Rollins.
Yep, who named himself
after Henry.
That's a very American thing. He's named after a guy who named himself after a guy.
That's funny.
Well, if he named himself Seth Garfield, he'd be like, "You're an idiot." Who the fuck is that?
He really likes presidents.
Oh yeah, or orange cats.
Or orange cats.
Oh my god, sure.
Lasagna and hates Mondays. Okay, let's stop being dorks and actually.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Whoa, the tracks.
Get into it. We don't have to go track by track.
All of them?
Hey, well, let's at least start off with that disconnected, that bass lick.
Was this the first video? Is that what
Civilized was?
Let me see.
Yeah, I thought this was.
Second
He was in
single.
his car driving around. Okay.
Second single.
That is a great bass line.
Don't like to think too much. It makes me think too much. It keeps my mind on my mind. Don't wanna see too much. It makes me see too much. Sometimes I'd rather be blind.
It's that pedal you have, Eric, on the guitar.
All the things that they're saying and doing when they pass me
It's at
It might just be harmonic.
Yeah.
It overloads me.
You don't think?
It's like harmonics and feedback. That's all it is.
Pull my brainstem out and unplug myself. I want nothing right now.
And maybe it's not even a harmonic one. It's just high on the neck.
I wanna pull it out. Yeah, I wanna break it all down. Hey, I wanna pull it out. Yeah. Disconnect myself. Disconnect myself. I wanna see it go down. Yeah.
We've been praising the bass player so much, but we didn't really talk about the drummer. The drummer's really good on this album too.
Oh my god, that whole rhythm section is so good.
I love the use of the ride on this album. Like, he does some really cool things with the ride on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
but as Thomas was saying about, the guitar is atmospheric. Like, right there, as you guys were, mentioning harmonics or whatever pedal he's using, gives it kind of just like an overriding, it's just noise kind of being produced while that bass.
There's a lot of that on this album, guitar-wise. There's a lot of just noise.
Yeah, it
Kinda
got,
like
a little.
Well, it's kind of like Larry Lalonde's job in Primus, except he does it attitude or in the wrong key.
Yeah. He's a great guitar player.
The guitarist definitely. He's always busy. He's always busy. He's not. He's not doing like a Rage Against the Machine kind of licks. He's just busy.
Yeah. I mean, my favorites on this album, Step Back is up there. It's one of my favorites for sure. I freaking love that song.
Volume 4 is my favorite track.
Volume 4 might be his best song.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, so fucking awesome.
God, I think it is. I think it's the best Rollins
It's
song.
probably the most metal song on the album too.
That's so
Yeah,
good.
it's definitely very metal.
Man.
Really?
That and Wrong Man. I thought Wrong Man, the end of Wrong Man is fucking awesome. I was like, why did I
Oh yeah.
pick up on this like 30 years ago? I liked the song. Yes, the
fucking
double
love
bass part is like, oh,
I'm going to that right now.
it's awesome.
I run away when you tell me it's my time to pay for all the tears and all the pain and all those days.
This guitar right here.
I never did. Oh yeah! You better look deep inside and check out your mind. Take a good look at what you're looking at when you're looking at me. 'Cause I'm not that man. I'm not that man. No, no, no. I'm not that man. No, I'm not that man. I'm not that man. Oh no, check it out. I'm not that man. No,
That's awesome.
Sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin there.
Check it out. Stone Cold mixed with James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown. Yeah, totally.
In the hot tub.
Make me wet. Go beat my wife. Oh God. We're not talking about Guar yet.
That's right.
I think Icon is another one of my favorites.
I'm gonna go to Volume 4 because I don't like.
Oh, it's so good.
So metal.
This wasn't re-listening. It wasn't one of my. It's good. It wasn't one of my favorites.
Man.
It is heavy.
Yeah.
Searching my mind.
Yeah, ironically,
More heavy.
it's got the least going on, like rhythm section wise. Really, I mean, it's kind of repetitive in that part. But it's really heavy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that bullet-covered eyes, or what is it? Bullet? What is it?
Bullet-driven eyes.
Bullet-driven eyes. Yeah, that part's great.
What can you tell me?
Yeah.
I'm living in a nightmare.
Living in a nightmare.
Yeah, that's obviously about his friend, right? Remember his friend that got murdered?
Mm-hmm.
Because he says I just
Joe
sit around
Cole.
later on. Yeah.
That happened before. So he did End of Silence right after that album, and then this one followed that one.
This was a tribute to who?
His friend Joe got murdered in front of him, like executed.
Yeah.
Rollins ran away and was shot at, but then he did End of Silence, and that was a pretty heavy album, and this one followed that.
Yeah. Because he says I just sit around, wait around to die like he did.
Yeah.
It's obviously he's talking about. Yeah.
Those
So,
by the
I mean,
cops, right? Wasn't he killed by the cops? Or was
No,
it?
it was a home invasion,
Oh, okay.
I mean the story goes that they were walking. They lived in a bad neighborhood, and they were carrying groceries in, and they basically got robbed. And the guys told them to go into the house, and his friends somehow something happened or whatever, and his friend got shot in the head, and Henry Rollins ran away and jumped out the back window, like through it. And then, but then when the cops came, Henry Rollins is not a fan of the cops. He completely despises them from all of his time in Black Flag, and yeah, they were rough on him. And yeah, it's a whole story. There's a YouTube spoken word special where he talks about it, and it's a really wild, crazy story.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one spoken word of his that I've watched the whole thing of, and it was really good. That whole special is really good.
Yeah, it's just a really crazy story, and yeah, he's definitely not a friend of the cops. And there's actually a song on this album where he talks about. I don't have the song written in front of me where he's comparing the people who carry around guns and whatever.
Oh, civilized.
Civilized, yes, and he's like, if you have a gun, you're just a pig to me, because he hates cops. So he's like, if you're one of those people, you're just like a cop to me, or a pig, as he says.
This is right here.
I wonder what you're like without the gun. I'd like to see when you're not hiding behind the gun, how you would live your life without the gun. Cause I know how I live mine, because you've got one. Yeah. Cause that's what it is, hiding behind your gun. You take life, you're just another pig to me. You think you're different, but you're just another pig. Yeah, a pig, yeah. You gotta have a gun, then you're just another pig to me. You think you're different, but you're just another pig. You gotta have a gun, you're a pig to me, just a pig to me. You gotta have a gun, you're just another pig to me. You got a gun, you're just another pig. You're so civilized, you get brutalized.
There's 2 guitar parts there, aren't there?
You're so civilized.
Yeah.
A gun in your hand makes a fool out of you.
Yeah, I don't know how they pull that off live, but it's only got the one guy.
Can we
Yep,
play
that's
a
a
little
great song.
Fool? Because that's the one thing I noticed in this one. He actually sings a little bit, unlike pretty much every other
Accident,
song.
probably. Yeah.
But of course, I didn't write the time, so yeah.
Yeah! I should have seen my end coming from a long way off. My friends and man should give you the blues so bad. Don't get caught. But I went right ahead and told myself a pack of lies. It's been night after hammer night, getting back my mind. Oh, I am a fool when I need you. I'm a fool to believe. My heart is so wide open, I'm so easy to
That verse with riff is a good example of just the weird riffs they write in this band.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely not standard, like G to D to A. It's like so complicated, Those riffs.
Yeah, like I do remember from seeing them live. Like if I mean you're watching a guitarist, because he's definitely not in drop D doing a couple chords like I can. Like he's literally all over the place.
He's all over the neck, yeah.
going crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's just there's he's always busy.
It makes me wonder, how do you write a melody to that? Like these riffs.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing.
I
he
think
doesn't
that
really.
I think that Melvin wrote a lot of those riffs, and he was following.
Yeah, that's probably true. It was the stuff he was doing on bass was like, I heard some chords in there. Like, yeah, that's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Dude is good. Well, I'm going to play a little bit of Step Back, because goddamn, that song's good. I think that's my favorite song.
I think this is probably in my top 3 favorites of this song, because Henry Rollins, he doesn't curse in any of his music, so this is what
You step back. You step back.
I'll just get right to the really good part.
What the fuck was going through your tiny little mind? I'm gonna show you how fragile you really are. Yeah. Yeah! I think I'm gonna fuck with you!
That's awesome.
Fuck with you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you motherfucker.
I love this part too. Yeah.
Awesome.
That song "Tired." That song sucks.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah. It's got a good name.
I forgot all about it until I listened back to this album. I was like, "Oh yeah, this song."
Yeah, it's way too long. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know.
7 minutes.
I like the way the drums sound on it, and it's definitely like my comment on it is this is kind of like a Tom Waits song, so it's very avant-garde, and it's like it really doesn't really belong here, but
No.
I'm not surprised that it's here. You know,
He had to get out his homicidal tendencies, I guess, into a song.
It's not that long, Tim.
It's not, I thought it was. I thought maybe it just
What?
seemed long.
yeah,
It's 3:46
No, I
That's
thought it
long
was like
for the-
7 minutes long.
for this song.
It's
that's
the same
long.
thing for 3. Maybe it's because it's the same
Yeah.
thing for 3 minutes.
I guess. In my head, I was like, it just won't stop.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah, it's basically this.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the whole thing.
Nah.
I fucked your girlfriend last night.
Yeah. Very similar.
Santana reference. No, that song where "Tired" is probably where he would just stare blankly into the audience like he was going to murder them. And no one had the nerve to say like, "Come on, next one," because they thought he was going to probably murder them. Because he's just staring intensely into the crowd. He did that 1,000-yard stare very well.
Yeah.
Well, the album is so good, you can forgive him for having one little slip.
Well,
I don't know. I thought
totally
Alien
fine.
Blueprint was the one I thought was just boring.
Yeah, it's a little bit there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, this thing ends. Shine, I think, is one of my favorites.
Shine is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, that's that riff and that song is so different, but it's so great. So funky, groovy. Two guitar parts again, right?
If I listened to everything that they said to me,
Oh yeah,
I'd be here.
Yeah, there's something going on over here and over here.
Yep.
it's two law thingies.
One's going, yeah. Going, wow, wow,
Don't do anything. Are always the ones who try to put you down. And you could spend your entire life walking around in the nowhere land of self-doubt. Cause when you start to doubt yourself, the real world will eat you alive.
Let me get to the chorus if I
Yeah,
can
you
find
gotta
it.
get there.
Years to mess around, you're wrong. This time is real, your time is now, it's your own time. Yeah, your own time. Hey, time to shine. Yeah, your own time. Yeah, hard times are getting harder. The liars are acting strong. You better get a grip on yourself or you won't be around too long. It's your time. Hey, time to shine. Yeah, your own time. Damn, your own time.
Damn.
And then there's this part too.
Oh yeah.
That bass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good.
Good day.
This riff right here.
It's two guitars again too.
Yeah, it's awesome. Splash. Lots of splash. Oh man, yeah, that song's so good.
Yeah.
Fun little known fact. the movie from the '90s, The Chase with Charlie Sheen.
I love The Chase.
Yeah, Rollins was in it, and he played a cop.
He's a cop. Yeah,
What do you call himself?
And
Standard issue street soldier.
Not yet.
and at the end of that movie, they played that song "Shine," and it was hilarious. Henry Rollins playing a cop was so funny because I guess he was ad libbing or whatever. And my favorite line from that movie, he's in the cop uniform and he goes, "I don't know if I should be signing autographs or fighting crime."
My favorite line is, "Oh God, they're cadavers. That is repugnant."
Whenever you see like a cop who's like doing his job just a little too well, it's like that guy thinks he should either be signing autographs or fighting crime.
Do you remember the Chili Peppers were in that movie too?
Oh yeah, that's
really? Yeah,
the monster truck. It's like, we scared them. They'll be pulling over soon. Rednecks.
I gotta see that movie again.
It's funny.
Too long.
I haven't seen that since the '90s.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
Yep.
The hell's he swerving all over for?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is one of those movies though that like once cell phones existed, it doesn't really make too much sense.
There's a lot of things like that from the 90s.
Yes.
A lot
the
of
whole
movies
plot
like that,
falls
yeah.
apart. It's like, oh.
Home Alone would not have happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to play this part of Icon.
Good. Love this song. Just one I was going to mention. But then I was like, we went through all the songs. So
The more you get it
Right.
Gotta play that.
nothing to stop you, and no one can bring you down.
Who's he talking about in this?
Tomorrow, 'cause you're the man right now.
I don't know. I wonder what the song is about.
And it doesn't matter what you
Pretty heavy.
say.
Yeah, I was saying this might be the heaviest riff on the album.
Yeah, I think so.
So you make them feel like they're part of some big event. They'll be too busy cheering to wonder where your talent went. Oh, they really need you. They've got to have you. You're the only one who understands.
He's singing about an artist of some sort, right?
Some kind of icon.
It's the name of the song.
Stuck around too long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it could be Sting, the icon.
But I've got 319 listed as the time where the whole thing blows up.
Oh, yeah, that's... What's the end of the song? Yeah. This is when they're destroying their instruments on stage.
Yeah.
I should explain this next clip before I play it. Back in the day, Tim and I used to take just random parts of songs and throw them onto this, just a big long mix.
Yeah.
And we were obsessed with the Jerky Boys for a while, so there's
This
a
is
few
before
things.
Pro Tools, just so you know.
Right. Before Audacity, even.
And
Where
use
you could do
tapes,
this really
man.
easily.
Oh, you had to use a dual cassette deck, and you had to time things perfectly. You had to
Yep.
sync things up, and it was like this whole, almost like an art to it. You're like, wait till he says this, then unpause, and then
It's not art, it's OCD.
Now it's Reaper. It's anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Well, every time I hear that line in this song where he says, the more you make, the more you get it right, I always hear Jerky Boys because of
Yeah, me too.
this. Well, there's a couple things in here, and then it gets to that.
Okay.
Hot, cold. I can't see, goddammit.
The more you make, the more you get it right.
Right.
Are you the gun man?
Pieces, what the fuck are you to pounds, baby?
Okay, that's all.
That's
Maybe
94
it's
album,
at
that Drown album.
Yeah. Oh, shit, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's 94.
Shit.
That's
We're going
a
to talk
good
about that
album.
album.
Yep.
All right. Other moments. Anything else you guys want to Well, we haven't played Liar yet. We'd probably play a little bit of that at least.
Yeah.
We got to get the laugh at 509.
Yeah. You gotta have that.
Evil Vincent. He's like,
you know, I get what you're doing there, but that
I'll just play that whole part.
They're stronger than truth.
Or at least most of it.
I can't believe I ever hurt you. I swear, I will never lie to you again. Please, just give me one more chance. I will never lie to you again. No, I swear. I will never tell a lie. I will never tell a lie. No. Sucker! Oh, sucker! I am a liar! Yeah, I am a liar! Yeah, I like it! I feel good!
Feel good!
Oh, I am a liar! Yeah! I lie! Oh, I lie! Yeah!
All right. I don't have to play the whole thing.
I remember he actually played that at the Grammys one year.
Yeah, he did. He was all
Really?
dressed
Oh
up,
my
too.
God.
He had like a
Yeah, it was
shirt on.
the most bizarre outfit I'd ever seen. He comes
Yeah.
out dressed in a tuxedo, but for some reason it's a belly shirt.
Yeah,
It's like
really
it's the most
weird.
bizarre look ever, but I mean he pulled it off. And
He got all sweaty too.
It was awesome.
Yeah, he was a big mess at the end of it. He's like just drenched in sweat, and he's just. I mean, he was way into it. He gave it his all. That's for sure.
Wow. I
Yeah.
totally forgot
That was
about that.
pretty awesome.
I'll take a look that up.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And it's also impossible for me to listen to that song and not think of the visual of the video that I grew up watching. Like every time I hear it, I can see what he's doing in the video.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Which is, I
that's
don't know
iconic.
about you guys, but like when a lot of the songs and bands you got turned on to in the MTV generation, when you'd hear them on the radio, you'd think about the video. It's just like the two were kind of connected. So
Yeah.
that's
Well, Black
that's how
Hole
I
Sun is
started loving Rollins in the first
yeah.
place was by watching those videos of Liar and Disconnect on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thinks of No Rain, right? When you think of the Bumblebee Girl when you hear No Rain. Everyone's favorite song, No Rain.
Did she ever turn into somebody famous?
No, she. I actually just read about her a week ago for some reason, but she's got a, she does. I don't know if it's pastries or cookies or something, but it's like bumblebee sweets or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's stuck with a bumblebee, huh?
Well, she did something with it. That's good.
That's good.
I mean, well, you can't get away. I mean,
You know, it's weird. In the grand scheme of things, that whole era of videos and thinking of a video when you hear a song, that's a really short-lived era.
I was
when you
just thinking
think
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
wasn't
lucky.
very
We
long.
grew up at the right time. I mean, because
It's like 86 to 97-ish, right? Or maybe early
Yeah.
2000s.
Early 2000s, I'd say, because there was still like TRL and all that bullshit. But I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true. Yeah, like the Eminem videos, but a lot of people know
yeah,
those too.
yeah,
And that was like early 2000s.
Early
2002.
2000s, but yeah, like once the internet took off and YouTube came along and all that shit started happening and social media.
and MTV stopped playing videos for the
Yeah.
most part.
became
It's gone.
reality
It's gone.
television. You know,
Yeah, like that doesn't happen anymore. I don't think it does. Maybe Taylor Swift or something, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because that was it. It was the videos were that was the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the
does
one
anyone
video.
make
you know,
videos anymore?
Yeah, they still make
They
videos.
do, but
you
like
just gotta go to YouTube.
Yeah.
I think MTV still has the MTV Video Music Awards, which is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? You don't show videos anymore. Like, you
Yeah,
literally
that's
do not show videos.
Because they can sell advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Just weird.
Yes.
They started.
And just that when you would hear a song, you would think of the video, like if you were in your car or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Song comes on, and all of a sudden you're seeing the video in your head as you're driving or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it wasn't a good thing. Sometimes it was like, oh god, that stupid video. Oh god.
The Black Album videos got a little bit repetitive.
Yeah,
So
they got a little bit lazy.
Kind of whole
towards the end of that
album.
run.
They're all Matt Mahurin, or was it Matt Mahurin that did those?
Matt Mahurin and then Wayne Isham.
That's the guy, yeah. Where it's all like
Sabbath True and Rome are
It's
like
slow motion.
basically the same video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wayne Isham's not a good director. He's a goddamn mess. He's just such a frenetic. Just maybe I'd say his editing is more the problem. It's just very like. Although I guess he did the Enter Sandman video, so that was a good video.
But it still had that same effect of the slow motion kind of like
Yep.
jerkiness.
It did.
And then I think from like 92 to 95 probably it was like every fucking video in hard rock had that blurry outline.
Mm-hmm.
Like Matt Mahurin copies.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So maybe it's not a bad thing. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't watch videos.
It's eye of the beholder,
I started watching some of that Rollins at the Grammys, and it's so weird. And he's barefoot with a tux, so
yeah,
so,
of course he's barefoot.
Yeah,
he has to be barefoot.
It's very strange.
Bouncing around.
He has a tie, right? Isn't there like a black tie?
A bow tie.
He's got I think it's a pink bow tie.
That's right.
Wow.
There was a tie.
Or maybe it could be red. The video is really bad.
Wow.
He's having fun though.
Oh yeah, he's into it.
Yeah.
The whole band's wearing tuxes.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this was the height of his popularity, right? The whole Liar thing and Beavis and Butthead making.
This was their best.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he was never more popular than during this MTV era with the video and all
absolutely,
that stuff.
yeah.
I mean, this was his biggest success by far, as far as financially and sales and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think the only downside of this album being so good is that I wanted all the other albums after this one to be as good as this one, and
I
really weren't.
No. Not in my opinion. Maybe in some people's opinion, but
yeah.
And my favorite is End of Silence.
End of Silence is really good too. We did talk about that album. Yeah.
That album has like, I feel like it should be like growing hair. It's so freaking heavy, good. But yeah, and this one is a second with Lifetime and his. Yeah, but this is it introduced me to Rollins, which I love. So
yeah, and the other stuff isn't bad. It's just it's not this. It was kind of like.
I honestly don't like Come In and Burn. I don't remember that at all.
I had it, and I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't as memorable. It was just kind of like, that's fine. It's good.
It was a solid metal album, but it didn't really have a lot of success. And then he changed bands, and when he changed bands, the sound from End of Silence to Wait changed significantly with the new bass player. But when he got an entirely new band, it was no longer metal. It was just solid, in your face rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially a band like this. It's like he's just talking over music that other people are obviously writing. So if you put three new guys behind him, or girls or whatever, but it's gonna sound totally different.
Yeah.
It's not like he was writing riffs,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what happened. Like, think of Danzig. Even when he lost two of the members, and he wrote this. He wrote the shit. It still turned to shit. Not saying that Rollins necessarily, but just it changed so much,
Yeah, I don't know how much that was band members, or was it Rick Rubin being like, "I'm done with this"? I don't know. With Danzig, I don't know, but it went downhill so quick.
Oh yeah,
it was unbelievable. It's like, what the hell?
Black Acid Devil was not good.
God, what the hell?
It's better than everything else he put out afterwards.
That's true.
Got worse and worse.
I don't know.
Well, Death Red Sabbath was pretty good. That was an okay.
Yeah, Circle of Snakes
2011 or something. Yeah, that was alright.
Okay. But the production was always really bad. It was always really muddy and like, why?
No, you want to hear bad
Later.
production? Go listen to his Elvis covers album.
Oh my god! What happened? It's like he's using a boombox
so
or something.
bad.
It's so bad.
It's one of the worst produced albums I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like he went to like Radio Shack and bought like a 1985 boombox, and he's like, "Oh, hey man, I just set this up.
Hit record, put a microphone, hit record."
Yeah,
we had practices that sounded better than that album.
We did.
On a boom, and it was recorded on a boombox.
It was
recorded on a boombox.
Yeah, it sounded better than that. I don't know.
All right. Should we grade this album? We should probably grade this album.
Do it.
All right. Let's see. I'll go A. Yeah. I mean, it's his best album. I mean, I wouldn't give it A plus just because that song tired, but otherwise, I'll go A. Yeah.
You would have otherwise?
Yeah.
I go A.
Probably.
Also. Yeah.
I agree. A. Yeah. I was going to say A minus because of tired, but I was like,
but then you found out it was only
give it an A.
3.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, it's fine.
I'm going to go B plus because, this is definitely a great fucking album, and I definitely will go back to listen to it more, but I would definitely not say it's like the greatest thing I've ever heard. So, yeah, one way or another. B plus, still, the solid fucking album.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I'll give it an A. For an A plus would be like one of those albums where you can start at the beginning and every song is amazing. But I'll give it an A because it introduced me to Rollins, and there's a lot of really good songs on there. That's for sure. So
cool.
Yeah, I agree with you, Keith. I'm gonna go back and play this one some more. I was, I guess more into it than I realized.
That's another thing. Like, last episode we did COC, and you like hearing that now. Like, there's so much stuff that's happened in the interim that really is the reason why I didn't jump out of my seat at that one. It's a good album, but it wasn't like incredible because I've heard so much stuff that probably wasn't even inspired by that. Listening to this album, kind of similar. There's just some stuff going on here that, I don't know that anyone else has improved upon. This is like freaking solid all around. So that's, just to kind of give my 2 cents in comparison, I guess you could say. This stuff, this album seems to have like a level of innovation that I don't know that a lot of other people have been able to match.
Yeah, and I think that the percussion, like the bass and the drums, there's things going on there that the level of talent is just, it's hard to beat. So
Oh my, the musicianship is insane. It's wow. Yeah. And I guess I didn't realize how much we listened to this album back in the day. I guess I kind of just forgot because I knew all the songs. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I knew lyrics. I was like, why didn't I go back to this more? This is weird. Because I listened to it a lot in '94, like a lot. And I must have just dropped off for me anyway. And it was like, I know all these songs. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting how we don't go back to certain bands, even though we know those albums are really good. Like,
yeah.
I agree. I don't go back to this album very often. I should go back to this album pretty often.
I'm going to now.
Yeah.
Well,
and End of Silence is really good too.
If you guys ever talk about any of his other stuff, let me know. Especially End of Silence, because there's a lot to talk about there too. It's
we actually did
the two
talk
side
about
by side. They're so different. I mean, not extremely different, but yeah, they're both very different in my opinion. Just because the bass and the drums interact completely differently. But
we talked about it 2 years ago.
We did.
We did.
Yeah, because it's 92 album. 20,
you weren't on the episode, but we did talk about it.
I was going to say, like, was this during one of my blackouts, as Jim Morrison would say?
No, you were not on that episode.
All right, good.
But yeah, we did talk about it, and I'm pretty sure we gave it good grades.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
Yeah. This is a good album. Yeah. All right. Anything before we move on to?
Well, I'd say last time I think I mentioned, like when you go record shopping, and let's face it, I've done a lot. Whenever I'm not feeling great, and so I've bought a lot of records lately. And like last time I mentioned, like you walk into a record store, the one that's around the corner from me is Mobius, and it's like you flip through the used stuff, and you just run into like the one, like something that you've been dying to own for ages. And once again, you know, same record store. I went in there the week before record store day just because, you know, that's when you want to go in to flip through all of the used stuff to make sure you get dibs on anything good that popped up. And I ran into another one of those albums that's just like, you know, I just can't believe. I think it's pronounced Iron Din. I think they're Swedish or something. But, like, you know, you run into this.
Now, is that
in a
an original pressing, or is that...
Oh, no way. No way. It's definitely...
Okay.
I mean, it's got copyright 82, but one way or another. I mean, $16 for a used copy of Number of the Freaking Beast. I mean, this is my favorite Maiden album, and it's just so... I mean, it's just like, you know, you don't beat that. When you're flipping through, and all of a sudden it's just like, fuck. Well, I'm definitely buying that. You know, and, I mean, that trip, I got Agnostic Front, I got DYS, I got Murphy's Law, I got Devo, and one other album, the Dickies. I mean, it's just like, I mean, you can't,
you know,
buying records is so...
A problem I found by going to the record store is, it's probably like a year ago, I went into the Dig Records here in Leesburg, and I think it's not all used. It's almost all used stuff in there. I went in with a friend, and as soon as I walked in, like I don't even know if it was in the metal section or not, but I saw Power Mad.
What was it?
It was Power Mad album. What's the name of that album? Is it
Absolute Power?
Absolute Power, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I saw that right away, and I was like, well, I'm done. Now I got to fucking walk around the store with my friend for half an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not putting this back for anything. So I didn't want to spend a ton of money, but like, of course I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one problem. When you walk into a record store and you don't have money, and then it's like, well, sorry, but I'm have to spend it. You know?
You're asking for it by going in.
That's what credit is for.
Yep.
I fucking had to work on record store day, and I really wanted to get that copy of The Wake by Voivod, and I so pissed that I had to work. And I went there the next day. Of course they had none left, but I did walk out with Sailing the Seas of Cheese and Alice in Chains album. So, you know,
that
wasn't a complete loss.
Back to the Media, right?
Yeah.
I watched their live stream for Record Store Day, and I waited like 2.5 hours for them because he was doing it alphabetically.
Oh, God.
He was going through the bins alphabetically, and I was like, the album I want is Voivod. I'm going to be here for a while. God damn it. But he finally he's like, oh, I got a Voivod record in here. I was like, yes, you do. And as soon as I saw it, I said, claim Voivod. And no, someone else got it. Yeah, someone else got it. And then it was like a good couple minutes. And they're like, oh, so-and-so got the Voivod. And I was like, no. And then I said, I was first. And they said, you were only first on your side. There's lag. You have to make sure that you are up to date and refresh your browser, constantly. And I'm like,
you should just have been like, I'm here for Voivod. I'm claiming it now.
He said you couldn't do that. He said, don't do that or I'll kick you out of the chat.
Oh, Jesus. Well.
He's like, don't claim stuff until I show it. And when you see it, then you claim it. But until then, don't say a word about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So it was bullshit. So
yeah.
Did they show
it's
who got
online.
It?
You can get it online. Yeah.
It's $40, and I'm like,
what album is it? Wait, same album you're talking about?
It's The Wake. I don't own it on vinyl, and it's a special.
How do I have that one and you guys don't?
I have it. But I wanted the Record Store Day one anyway.
Yeah, it's like colored vinyl, like splattered vinyl. Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're like, well, I want that one too.
I mean, I'm tempted, but it's $40. I'm like, for a record. Anyway.
I was so mad. I found the Forbidden Record Store Day album. And I was like, I was going to spend $40 some odd anyway.
You showed them.
I'm buying it. Yeah, I showed them.
I spent my money anyway.
Yeah. I used my credit card anyway. It was like the same price. I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just get this instead.
I don't know. It's kind of funny for me for Record Store Day. The most expensive album I bought wasn't Record Store Day record.
Yeah.
No, that happens too. I've done that too. Where I go in, I'm like, I'm here for this album, and I walk out, I'm like, well, I did get that one, but I also got this other one that was way more expensive. But
yeah.
I've never participated in any of those.
You shouldn't. They're
It doesn't. It
bad
sounds
idea.
sounds like something I would.
I think it's fucking ridiculous that I see pictures of people in line for like 2 hours for record
2 days
stores.
beforehand, like Moby's
dumb.
had people.
Yeah, people will sleep out. Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's
I mean, I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. It's a record. It's cool to have, but are you kidding me?
It's on the
this is
internet.
Yeah, and I stood in line one time ever because the next week I went to another record store and the albums that I stood in line for were like literally right there. I'm like, what?
Right.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think the albums that we're clamoring for
So then
are
you
not
bought
going to
a
be the ones that
Forbidden
people are. Like people are camping out for Taylor Swift albums. We're not,
Yeah.
It's always
because on that live stream there were so many bands. There were bands I'd never even heard of. People were like, claim. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
There's like a billion bands you've never heard of, and people love them.
Well,
yeah,
we are old.
Yeah.
So it's
it's a generational thing. Yeah.
How many people do you think would be like, what the fuck is Voivod?
All of them except for me and two other guys
If
apparently.
you've gone reverse alphabetical order.
Yeah.
All right, for Tom and for Tim and for Keith and for Joe, this is Eric saying,
Thank you. Good fucking night.
Energy, aggression, power. To sum it up, it's a vulgar display of power.
Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to BA. Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Good enough. Got it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunt's recording this.